Hi, I am back again with a new video, and this time is going to be a bit different as it's more like a rant, as I'm very interested in this topic at the moment. So the topic I am talking about today is about inspiration, but more specifically character inspiration, and why people seem to be a bit weird about it when it comes to their OCs. And trying to explain it, I guess. And remember, these are my thoughts and my opinions about it, so if you have something different, then you do you, I guess. So, character inspiration. Where do I start? Now, people can get inspiration for characters from many different places. For example, music. Maybe a AU of one of your previous characters and you like it so much that you just turn it into their own. Or perhaps an AU of a fandom you're part of and you like that variation of that character, you turn it into your own. Or you have a character from a show you like but didn't like how they were done, so you did it how you would have done it and turned that into your own character. All those different ways of making a character are valid. In fact, practically every way you create a character is valid. Just not when you steal one, please. Don't do that. That's not good. That's very mean. But I find there's like a stigma for like one way of making characters, and that's taking inspiration from someone else's OCs. And especially when it comes to backstories, which I find quite interesting, as I understand where the artist or the creator is coming from, as those backstories could be very personal to them and help them cope with something they're going through. But I don't think it's right to be mad at people or be hostile with people who take inspiration from those aspects of your experiences. Because how do you think films based on true stories happens? You take experiences from other people and implement it into characters. Also, I think something else nobody acknowledges is that most people who do this are young. Like young. Because they don't have the life experiences they need to come up with original ideas. Also, copying is a way to learn. If you don't copy anything, how are you supposed to learn? It can also happen subconsciously without the person even realising it. Because I didn't realise this, but my story Shadows Before the Eclipse has some weird resemblance to Avatar Last Airbender, and I didn't realise this until one of my friends pointed it out, but it's not a bad thing. Also, characters change, like a lot, because if you have a character for let's say 2-3 years, they're going to change from when you originally created them. Either that be backstories, motivation, or even design. It's not uncommon for them to change as the person develops. So as the person grows up, the more noticeable inspiration aspects are more likely to disappear to the point that they are barely noticeable, maybe like a feature of the character that calls back to that, but it's less likely to be there, so there's no reason to worry about someone stealing, or quote unquote stealing something, because it's more likely they're going to grow out of it. Like, I'm an example of this. My first character, Niagara, I created him when I was 11, and I didn't know jack shit when I was 11. And if he stayed the same from when I first originally created him to now, by God would he be boring and angsty as all hell, even more than he is now. Also, something else that I noticed, that people seemed embarrassed by taking inspiration from other people, which I don't understand why. I never knew inspiration was a bad thing, or taking inspiration off something, especially if it's like a fandom or like a marketed character, or heck, even an OC. I want people to become less embarrassed of their inspirations because there's nothing to be ashamed of. And make people who have OCs less stingy about people taking inspiration from them. Trust me, it's not malicious, it's just for them. Yeah, let them do what they want. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed the video. Now, I have an animation on the way. It's not done yet, but nearly-ish. I'm so excited. It actually looks decent. It hasn't took me a year. I'm so happy about it. I also created a new story, so you might possibly get a video about that. And Shadows Before the Eclipse. Don't know when I'm going to make them, but I had the idea. And I thought, why not? More content for you guys, right? Now I have a toy house, so if you want to see any of my babies, you can go into the link in the description and find all of them there and have fun looking through all the folders. You're welcome. You can also find the finished drawing of the picture I was doing in this video on Toy House as well. So if you want to see that, click on the link. And if you want to see my content more frequently, I suggest you go to my Instagram. Follow me over there, as well as like and subscribe if you will. It will give me a really big ego boost. My ego is already too big, I don't know why you're watching this video. Anyway, bye!